All right, my friends, back again. So today I'm going to talk about the Arduino overview, so how can we install the Arduino IDE and some sensors and the programming basics and some project example with Arduino, like how can we implement the Arduino with your project. Okay, let's go. What is Arduino? Before 10 years, we used a single microcontroller chip, yeah, in our project. Then we have to use the separate burner. We have to write the program code in our computer. Then we have to use the separate burner, and then we have to send our programming code to the microcontroller. Now that Arduino is very simple and user-friendly devices. Here you see the microcontroller is there, but you don't need to connect the separate burner because this Arduino board is also called the burner and the input output devices. So this is all about that. You don't need to connect and a separate burner to upload the programming in Arduino. That's very simple and very easy devices to work with that. And now I want to give you some basic idea about the pin configurations of the Arduino. So this is the power in, like you have to connect a 5-volt DC adapter here to supply the power, or you can connect the USB cable to the computer to here with this pin to supply the power. So if you have any issue, then just reset, push on the reset button, then the microcontroller chip will be reset and it will be ready to work based on your program. Then in the right corner, you will see some ports, like it's number 2 to 13. Those are called the digital ports. You can connect relays, LEDs, or motors, whatever you want with those pins. Those pins are called the digital pin. And here in the below left corner, you will find some analog or input pins like A0 to A5. You have to connect some sensors to read the data from physical world. And you will find the power supply 3.3 volt, 5 volt, ground. So there is a lots of option to supply power to the Arduino. Like you can supply 3.3 volt at the ground, or 5 volt to the ground, or 5 volt DC adapter with this pin, or you can also supply power from your computer through the USB port with that. So those are the almost basic overview of the Arduino. Then now I want to talk about how can you install the Arduino IDE on your laptop. All right, then go to the Google, then write arduino.cc. This is the main website of Arduino. Then you will find lots of options here. Then go to the software and then click on the download. Then you will see download the Arduino IDE, and then you will find lots of options to download. First, you can just click on the Windows zip file for non-admin install. If you click here, then you must need a Microsoft account to download and install the Arduino IDE in your laptop. But it is very simple. Just download the zip file and then you will be able to install it manually. All right, so as I clicked, it says to contribute something. Okay, we can download the software just for now. Then you will see software is downloading. Then you will install it, and then you will find a Arduino IDE platform here. Then click on new. That means you will find a basic platform. You have to write the C++ code here, and you have to write a C++ code whatever you need. Like you will find some basic example code here. How can you start with? I will just talk to you in another day about the code. So you can find some basic code here. Like if you click here, then you will find, all right, some basic code. Okay, I wrote a code here. Just you have to declare which pin is the input you are using, which pin is output you are using, and what type of device you are connecting. So you have to just declare what type of logic, like for loop, else if, or what you want. You have to write clearly. Then when your code done, then you have to connect your Arduino to the computer by using a USB cable. Then you have to just click on the port, like which port you connected Arduino with the laptop. You have to select the port, and then you have to select the right Arduino board. Like you can use Arduino Nano, Arduino Uno, or Arduino Mega, or Arduino Uno. So for this case I used Arduino Uno. So as your port and the Arduino board is selected, That means your Arduino is successfully connected to the computer. Now you will find lots of options here. So click on the debug option, then you will find you will see the result whether your code is successfully written or is there any error. As it says that it is completely just debugged, that means there is no error in your code. Then click on the upload menu. That means this code is uploading to the Arduino device. Okay, so here you will see the code uploading is done. That means successfully you uploaded the code. Now you have to connect some input and output sensor that you declared in your program. Then your Arduino is good to work. All right, so I just summarize what you have to do one by one. Like first you have to take Arduino, then download the compiler here with this website, and then connect the Arduino with your laptop by using a USB. Then configure the compiler, connect the input output circuit with the Arduino, then write a program like that, and then debug. That means click here whether is there any error in your program or not. And then if there is no error, then you have to send the all right, if there is no error with the program, then you have to you have to upload this code to the Arduino by clicking with this icon. And you can also work with the Python language with Arduino. I will talk to you later in another day how can you work with the Python. And now I'm going to talk to you about some basic sensors. Like those are the basic sensor uh, of Arduino. If you want to work with that, then you may work with Arduino Ethernet or the Wi-Fi shield or the motor and prototype. Then if you are going to work with the Ethernet or the Wi-Fi and other transmitter and the receiver shield, then you may have to download and you may have to upload this code with the Arduino here like SKS and add file. If you want to work with Wi-Fi shield, Arduino Windshield, or uh, Ethernet shield, then you have to download the supplementary file for that. Then you have to upload here. Like click here and then just upload the file. Then it will be able to work. So how can you download and install upload it here? Like then click Arduino Wi-Fi shield. Okay, click here, then I will click here because this is the store Arduino and the Arduino Wi-Fi shield. Then you will find a file. Then just download it and upload this file in a SKS folder and the add file section. Then you'll be able to find here like this, like Wi-Fi uh, module is connected successfully with the computer. All right, and those are the other electronic components. You know all about that. So all components are available in our laboratory, and it is located in the ground floor EN1040 room. This is our electrical and electronic laboratory. Then ask Greg, then he will provide you all components. So those are the other electronic components. You are familiar with that. And those are the other electronic components like photo resistor, piezoelectric, temperature sensor, DC motor, push button, relay, LCD screen. So you know all about that. And now I'm going to just talk to you about some basic project example with Arduino. First of all, like you are planning to control multiple motors with Arduino, then what you have to do? Connect this motor with the digital pin and the power supply and the ground pin, because in every motors there are three pins. One is the power supply, another one is ground, another one is control pin. So connect the power supply pin with a 5 volt and the ground pin, black pin, with the ground here. Then connect the control pin in the digital pin 5 or 6, 3. Like you can connect the control pin in Arduino digital pin 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you have to connect a Bluetooth module as the input devices, because you are going to control those motors by using a Bluetooth devices called a mobile phone. All right, then you have to connect a Bluetooth module as the input and all motors share is the output. Then write to your 3 lines program, and then you'll be able to successfully control the all motors from your mobile phone. And then I'm going to talk about the Arduino based wireless power meter. Like how you want to monitor, like you are going to monitor the power consumption from the remote place. Then what you have to do, connect the Arduino with a power meter, then take the sensor reading to the Arduino, then connect a Wi-Fi shield board or the Wi-Fi transmitter through the RX and CX pin in the Arduino. Like I already probably talked to you that this pin is called TX. That means transmitter pins. This pin is called the receiver pin RX. That means if you are going to just send or receive data from any other sensor, then you have to connect the transmitter with the TX and a receiver with the RX. So those are the two pins here. This is called the RX TX pins connected to the Wi-Fi shield board. That means then the Arduino or the meter reading will go through the Wi-Fi network, then connect to Ethernet or the Wi-Fi link, and then you will be able to monitor the power consumption from the remote place. Now I'm going to talk about the solar power measurement. Like I want to measure how much power is generating by the solar panel. Then we know the solar panel is producing the DC voltage normally. Then we can connect a voltage sensor and the current sensor. Then we can just connect the voltage and current sensor reading with the Arduino analog pin. Then we can connect a display to the Arduino output pins, and then we can measure like how much power is generating by the PV panel in the display. Or I am going to talk about the GSM based energy meter billing. That means your house load, and this is the house electric energy meter. Then just introduce a relay in between the load and the meter. Then you'll be able to connect and disconnect the relay by sending 0 or 1 in the output digital pin of the Arduino. Then it will be, you can connect the GSM module, then send the uh, energy meter reading to the remote place. Then you will be able to monitor the energy meter reading from the remote place. Okay, just write your three-line programs here because we have to send a 0 or 1 to control the relay switch on and off. If it is 1, that means relay is connected and the load is connected to the energy meter. If you send 0 to the digital output pin, it may be 2 or 3. Then if you send a 0 here, that means relay is switched off. That means load is not connected to the digital meter with the energy meter. So in that way, we can control the relay and we can send the energy meter reading to the remote place so that we can monitor the current power consumption of a house from the remote place. Now I'm going to talk about the another project example like system automation. So we can also just like uh, connect our Arduino and the transmitter with the different parts of the electronic devices, and again we can connect Arduino and the transmitter with different parts of the another electronic devices. Then we can also receive those data from like remote places. Then we can send those data to Arduino and then computer. Like those are the automation. That means a remote monitoring system. Like if you are going to work with a hybrid energy system management and control project, then how you can implement Arduino here with the Arduino with the hybrid energy system. That means in a hybrid energy system means your power generation may be renewable and the non-renewable. That means it may be the grid power, it may be solar power, or maybe the fuel cell power. And you may have to connect some battery and inverter converter, some load, and the surge controller here. We need to monitor the solar power generation and the fuel cell generation and the battery charge level. That means we have to connect a voltage and current sensor here, voltage and current sensor with the fuel cell, and another voltage sensor with the battery to measure the state of charge. And then we can send those sensor reading to the Arduino analog pin. Then we will be able to monitor the power generation and the battery surge to the LCD display. And then if you want to control the surge controller or the inverter, then write some in a program in Arduino, then connect the switching devices, surge controller and the inverter converter switching devices with the digital pin of the Arduino. Then based on your program, then surge controller or the inverter will work. Like how it will work, the main logic is that if you have enough power generation and the battery surge is below, then just put high on the digital pin 2, and that means the surge controller will turn on and then battery will get charged from the solar panel and the fuel cell. That means by monitoring the power generation and the charge level, you have to use send 0 and 1 to the digital pin that will connect and disconnect the charge controller. In that way we can use the Arduino in our project. All right, I'm going to give you another example, like remote monitoring system. Like this is a load. We used electric bulb here. Then we have to measure how much power is consumption by the electric bulb from remote places. Then we can connect the Arduino here. Then you will be able to send this data, like power consumption data, for the Arduino Wi-Fi shield. Then just open an account in Arduino in IoT platform. Then connect the variables through the Wi-Fi shield. Then you will be able to monitor how much power is consuming by the electric bulb from remote place by using your mobile phone. So this is called the IoT based remote monitoring system project. And recently we implemented a project, it's called solar power plant automation project. And we used multiple Arduino Nano and Arduino Uno and Mega for our project. Like you see here, Arduino Mega, Arduino Uno we used, and we used some transmitter, some receiver, and some motor, like dual axis tracking motors. So we will just send the command from here, and then motor will work. That will be used to just sense the axis of the solar panel. If there is any fault here, then we just added a section called the fault detection section. Then if there any fault is happening, that means if any motor is not working due to the loose connection or any other effect, then it will be successfully able to detect and send this data to the central station. That means one operator will be able to monitor the whole solar park. All right, so in that way we can use the Arduino in our project. So I can also talk to you about the application of Arduino in a PV SCADA system. Like if you have a solar panel installed on the rooftop and you have to connect a MPPT and a battery and the load, then you can connect a voltage and current sensor in the output side of the solar panel to measure the power. And then you have to connect a voltage and another voltage and current sensor in the output terminal of the MPPT. That means now you have the solar generating voltage and current. That means you can easily get power by multiplying the voltage and current. And you know another MPPT voltage and current, so you can easily multiply the MPPT voltage and current, then you'll be able to get the MPPT power. Then apply your logic, what you want to do, then send those data by connecting a Raspberry Pi to the Wi-Fi network. Then just open an account in an IoT platform, and then you'll be able to monitor the solar generating power and the MPPT power from the remote place by using your phone. So those basically those are some basic idea how we can connect Arduino in our own project. I know you already submitted some project topic, so we will work on it and we'll talk about that later, and then think about in that way how can you use the Arduino in your own project. All right, now I think you're all set. Hope to see you around. Thank you.